Hey guys, this is the Game Elf 621 ROM PCB in 1, or the 621 in 1, whichever you fair to call it. I've had this guy for about 2 weeks. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown because it was kind of hard to find a lot of information, or at least quick information. So I'll give you the quick rundown, keep it short and simple. 621 games, Asteroid Deluxe is the last one, and they kind of organize these. Some of your beginner games that started the arcade rush are towards the end, some of these. And then they kind of go towards different categories. As you go up, you'll go towards shooters, and then you've got sports games and different games. But you know, if you see here, I mean, they've got, you know, Defender, Stargate, Bubbles, House Blaster, all the classics kind of in a row. Most of these work fine. Let's say if you want to go ahead and play Bubbles, for instance, just go ahead and hit one player start. It'll load the ROM for you. Pretty much all these ROMs load pretty quick. They do go through the ROM checks, the monitor checks, just like the actual dedicated arcade would. So just give it a quick second. Goes to the game. Everything is fine. No worries. Coin up. Put coin in. Well, I've got it on free play, so go ahead and coin up. Sound works fine. Everything is cool. No problems. This game is great. If you want to go ahead and get out of this game, hold down the first player button for 3 seconds. It'll say release now, and now you can go to exit and press one player start, bring you back to the main menu. But if you just want to go ahead and pause the game, you can hold down that button for 3 seconds and go ahead and do that. Also, I do want to mention, when I first set up this Game Elf, it did not work with the buttons I have at all. So the problem that I had is that I didn't set up the Game Elf. It wasn't prepared for my system, I guess, I don't know, but it refused to work. So I went ahead and turned it back off, went into the test mode, the test function, and to kind of show you real quick what that looks like, if we go ahead and turn off the console, my power supply basically, turn it back on, and while the game is booting up, it is going to ask you if you want to boot into the test mode, and there's a little button on the side that you'll hit. It's the S1 button. So I just hit the S1 button. Give it a few moments. Now this is the test screen. If you do not use the test screen, your console will not work, and your arcade will not recognize the board, more than likely. That was one of the main concerns I saw online, but nobody really addressed the fact that you need to go into test first. So it didn't work at all when I first plugged it in. When I went back, plugged it in the second time, and went through the test mode and actually, you know, went down to do the JAMA test, I had no issues doing the test, so everything worked fine. You can set all of your features here. So all of these are kind of just your basic settings, and they just want to confirm what you're using it for. If you want to do vertical, upright, you can change what you're looking for there. Show the serial number, but it's also on the PCB. Coin settings, if you want to, you know, hold on to coins and use coins for free play, things like that. So it's not set to free play off the bat, so you do have to go ahead and change that. But by all means, this is pretty easy stuff. If your Game Elf does not work, go into the test screen. More than likely this will fix it. Do want to mention, though, towards the top, if you'll notice, the font is messed up on these guys. I'm not quite sure what the issue is there, but I will say that it did not happen on my 19-in-1 board, which initially came with this multi-arcade that I purchased. But other than that, everything else is working fine. So you can go ahead and exit out of the test menu. It'll revert back to the main page and you're good to go. I will say though that some of these ROMs have terrible sound and were not ripped correctly. Tank Force is definitely one of them, and quite a few of the sideways shooters and the shoot 'em ups are definitely really bad with sound. So before we end this video, guys, I'll show you the worst sound that I've come into first, or you know, in the 40 or 50 games that I've played so far in the couple weeks I've owned this thing. Tank Force, it sounds like it's dying. So whoever ripped Tank Force did not do a good job. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the sound here, but everything is either too loud, too quiet, distorted, whatever the circumstance may be. So definitely do your research to make sure that this is something that you're okay with, and if not, this may not be the right thing for you. But hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If not, feel free to tell me. If it was, tell me. I don't really care either way. As long as somebody gets at least some use out of this video, I'm a happy man. Take it easy.